Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So I am back with another ranking video because I love them and people seem to like them too. So that is what I'm doing today, and I'm going to be ranking all of my ColourPop palettes. So most of them are 9 pans. I have 16 total. 12 of them are 9 pans, and then I have 2 15 pans and 2 that are 12 pans. So for the most part, they are 9 pans. And I just recently I talked about a couple of the 15 pans. Those are both Disney palettes. And then I just recently got some of the 12 pans during one of the sales. So, and all of these, first of all of these palettes I did purchase myself. I am not on ColourPop's PR. I would love to be, but I'm not. And so all of these are palettes that I purchased myself. And for the most part, when I purchased them, I purchased the ones that I thought I would like. I didn't really purchase any just to purchase. I purchased ones that I like. So I do like all of these. So there isn't one that I would say like, I don't like this one at all. Obviously the ones towards the top of the list are the ones I like more. And the ones at the bottom of the list just maybe weren't as good as I thought they were going to be, but I still do like them. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I did forget to mention that at the end of this video, I am going to be doing a giveaway. I love doing a giveaway, and I thought this was an appropriate time to do a giveaway. So I will be giving away four of my favorite ColourPop palettes, and just stay tuned towards the end, and I will talk about how to enter the giveaway and which palettes I will be giving away. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with palette number 16, and it is going to be Baby Got Peach. So Baby Got Peach, I like this one, but I didn't really love it. I thought I love warm tones, I love peachy tones, but this one it was a little too light for me. It's nice, but and then they have the pressed glitter. So I never really understood people talking about the pressed glitter. And then I got this palette and I was like, oh, the pressed glitter. Yeah, 45 years old. I'm not gonna be wearing that on my eyes. So for me, this is more of a 8 pan than a 9 pan because that's pretty much lost. And then if you ever put that, when I did the swatches, I had glitter everywhere. So anytime there was a pressed glitter, I literally had glitter everywhere. So just in the future, I will probably avoid any palettes that have a pressed glitter. So this one's nice, it's pretty, it's just a little too light for me. But if you like peach tones and they look good on you, it's a great palette, it works well. But of the 16 that I have, this one is just gonna fall at the bottom. And the same thing kind of goes for number 15. So number 15 is Blush Crush. And here is the palette. So Blush Crush it's very cute. It's a really nice palette, but again, it's, well, this one doesn't have any pressed glitter, so that's a good thing. But again, it was just very light. It's okay. It's just very light. Nothing really exciting. Didn't look great on the eye. Looked okay on the eye, nothing special on the eye. So it was just, I like a little bit more punch. I don't really go for pastels or light colors. So I got this one. I think I got it on sale, which is probably why I bought it. And not a good reason to buy a palette, but I like it. It's nice. I brought this one on the cruise when we went in January. So this was a great palette to wear and kind of brush some color on during the day. So this is a great daytime palette, but doesn't really transfer to the nighttime. But it's a good tone. It's like so peachy and pink. It's kind of the same kind of like level of depthness, I guess you could say, which is very light. So these two kind of fell at the bottom. So number 14 is kind of the opposite, and it is the Wine and Only palette. So here is Wine and Only. And so there's one good reason why this one falls to number 14. So this one has 5 of the stars, which means that it's not safe for the eye, or it's not made to use toward the eye, which really kind of confuses me of why they would do 5 shades in a 9 pan palette that are not safe for the eye. Makeup for Fun, I'll post a link to her channel below. She has a really great review when this first came out, and she talks about how to test if you have a reaction to these shadows. So I really liked this. I wore this in a recent video, and I actually got a couple compliments on my eyeshadow, and it was great. I actually really liked how it looked on my eye. However, I did my makeup, was kind of setting up, and then I went into the bathroom and I looked and my eyes were red. Now, my eyes didn't itch. I didn't feel them red, but my eyes were just red. So rather than do my whole makeup over again, I ended up just getting some eye drops, put them in, or Visine, put them in my eyes, and the redness for the most part came out, and I was able to film that night. But you know, I've only worn it, I think I've only worn it twice, so I've used a couple of the other shades, but I'm kind of afraid to use it again because I did have a reaction. Now, I did test it on my arm to see if I had a reaction. I didn't. So I will probably try and maybe play with this one again because I really, really did love how it looked, and I loved the Naked Cherry palette from Urban Decay. That's one of my favorites, and I think this is very comparable to that. But again, I mean, my eyes were red. So I will probably try and play with this one again to see if I have a reaction. I hope I don't. But if I do, then I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear it. So that's the reason why this one falls to number 14, because I think it's just a risk as far as whether or not I'm going to have a reaction or not. Now, number 13 is one that I think would surprise a lot of people because this one is usually at everybody's top of the list. And it's That's Taupe. So That's Taupe, here it is. Now this shade did arrive broken, so I did just repress it, so that's the reason why. It's nice, it's nice, but one, I don't gravitate so much towards cool tones. I do tend to like warm tones more. I am liking cool tones more, but when I go for a cool tone look, this isn't the palette I pull out. So that's the reason why it's falling at number 13. I also didn't think the quality was that great. Maybe it was my palette, I don't know, but I felt like this one had a lot of fallout, it was very, more powdery than some of the other ones. So this one, I like the way it looks on my eye. I like the look that I get with it. But it's just, it's a little powdery for me, and when I go for a cool tone look, this isn't the one I pull out. So that's the reason why it's number 13. Number 12 is the sister to Blush Crush, and that is Nude Mood. So here is Nude Mood. So as you can see, Nude Mood is definitely more warmer toned, and I do like this. So now I think this is the ones that I'm starting to, that I really like. Like these are the ones that I wear more often and I wear. So this one I do really like. There's just some more that are warmer tones that I like more. I do really like, I love this middle shade, which is Put On Airs, I think it is, and this Wink Wink at the top. Those I absolutely love. So I do really like this one. Again, I wore this one during, I brought this one to our cruise in January, and it was great. Like this one I was able to kind of more wear at night and dress it up a little bit. So I was able to wear it and make it a little bit more evening, but also because there were some more depth here at the bottom. So I like this one more than Blush Crush is a sister. I think I bought them as a set, and then it was on a sale. Like it was really cheap when I bought these. So I do really like it, Nude Mood, but it kind of falls, towards the bottom. So now we're at number 11, and this is Orchid Junot. So I am not so much a purple fan, so that's one of the reasons why this one is kind of lower on the list. However, this is a really good purple palette. And this one does have, I think it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of the shades have the little dot. So again, you kind of have to test it. However, I didn't have a reaction to this one. And again, I'm not so much of a purple fan. However, these purples I feel are very wearable, and they're not, you can kind of like this one right here, the of all purple, this one right here, I just loved. I love it. So I just think it's a very versatile palette, even though it's purple. I really like this. It falls at number 11 because it's purple, and I'm just not, I tend to gravitate towards more neutral colors. But if you want a fun purple palette, this is really one that I would suggest picking up. So now we're into the top 10, and honestly, this one surprised me that it ended up at number 10 because I do really like it, and it is the Child palette. So I really like this palette. Now it is green and I don't wear a lot of green eyeshadow. However, I love the gold. It has, this is a really great transition shade, so it makes it very wearable. And when I do wear it, while I am not necessarily, I don't necessarily like myself in green eyeshadow, whenever I wear it, I get a lot of compliments. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, sometimes you see yourself different than other people, but every time I wear it, I get a lot of compliments. I love that it has like the gold. Some of these two shades right here give you a lot of depth. So as far as a green palette, to me, this is the most wearable. I didn't pick up Tinkerbell because I just thought that was just going to be too much for me. And then the Limelight one that just came out is definitely too much green for me. So this to me is like a wearable green palette for someone who doesn't really wear green eyeshadow. So I really like it. Again, I'm surprised that it fell down to number 10, but it's just that I like so many others that I've purchased. So this is, you know, the child, but I will probably never get rid of it because I think it's just the cutest thing. Number 9 is one that I recently picked up, and I only picked it up because it was on sale. I think I got it for like $7. It is so very lovely, and it is one of the 12 pans. And I think when I got it, I think it was discontinued. So I don't think you can get it anymore. If it is, any of the links will be down below. All the links are affiliate links. So if you want to purchase, great. If you purchase, I do get a portion, just FYI, it helps my channel. But if you don't, you can just purchase it wherever you want. But this is so very lovely. And it's a really lovely palette. It's a little more colorful than I'm used to. And again, if it wasn't on, you know, basically $7 like clearance, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but I thought it was fun. It was colors that I don't necessarily have in my collection, especially at this price point. Like I have some purples and stuff that are from Pat McGrath, but not necessarily stuff that I'm going to just kind of play with. And I thought this is fun to kind of experiment and play with color. I did wear this palette recently. I can't remember which video it was, but I wore it recently in one of my videos, and a couple people did ask what eyeshadow palette I was wearing. So obviously you know, it's really, the shimmers are really good in this palette. So if you can find it, if it's not discontinued, I recommend it, but if not, it's a really good palette. So very lovely. I think this is number 9. Number 8 was one that I didn't purchase right when it came out. I did wait till it was on sale. However, when it came out, I knew it was one that I wanted, and it is Lucky Penny. So Lucky Penny is kind of one that I knew I wanted. It is absolutely the tones that I love. My favorite, if you watch my Urban Decay Urban Decay Naked ranking, Heat is my favorite Urban Decay palette, and this is like right up there. So whenever ColourPop comes out with a palette, go to Makeup, I think it's Makeup for Fun. She does great comparisons. Like she will compare, like she compares this to Naked Heat and other palettes that are similar. So it's just a fun, you know, Lucky Penny coppery palette. I did get one of the lipsticks to match it. I love it. It's great. I'm actually surprised it's number 8. And it's just some of the other ones I like more, but it's a really great, I love coppery, you know, tones with my blue eyes. They really makes my blue eyes pop. I almost wore this today for this video, decided to do something else, but it's a really fun palette. So if you do like coppery tones, you like warm tones, it's a really great one to pick up. Okay, now we're down to lucky number 7, and this is another one I just picked up. Picked it up during their sale. I think again, it was like $7, and I think it's been discontinued. So it is the Limoncello palette. Now I know this one ended up on the top of most people's list. I do like it, but there's other ones that I like more, which I thought I was really gonna love this one. And this one does have the larger pans. So it is a little bit larger than, let's see, the So Very Lovely. So if you compare the size, it's a little bit bigger than that. So this is the only one that I have of the new larger pans. Everything else I have are the smaller pans, but this is, I really like it. I can't remember which, I think I wore like this shade. I wore a couple shades recently in a video, and I got a lot of compliments on it. I linked it. Playing with this blue shade is fun. So it's a fun palette, really good quality. Again, I think it's been discontinued, but if they bring it back, definitely worth picking up. You know, it's great. So, you know, this is my number 7. Now, number 6 is what I'm wearing today, and I wanted to wear it because I think this is an underrated palette. I don't understand, like every time I see people's declutters or rankings, it's at the bottom of the list, they're decluttering it, and I really like this one. It's a princess thing. So obviously I do like it because it's princess themed. This one this was my very first ColourPop palette, and it was a gift. You know, someone knew I liked makeup, someone knew I liked Disney, and I thought it was a perfect gift. So I had actually never heard of ColourPop when I got this. And I really like it. I guess a lot of people don't like it because it's boring, I guess, but you've got pretty much this whole row is transition shade. It's a great versatile palette, really great for traveling with, and you can use several shades. I basically used this row, this middle row right here. This was my transition, this was my crease, and this was my lid shade. And then I used this shade, which was Prince Charming in the inner corner and brow bone. So it was Grumpy as the transition, Fairy Godmother as the lid, and Magic Carpet in the crease. So that's what I use. I think it's a really great palette. So this one is still available. If you like Disney and you like neutral tones, you know, don't skip on this one. It's a good one. Okay, now we're into the top 5. So number 5 is Wild Child. And Wild Child is, again, really, really fun. It's dark. It's just warm tones. It's totally me. I knew I was going to like it, and I liked it even more. So I wore this. I think this is what I wore when I took my son to Scooby-Doo. And again, I got a lot of compliments on my eye look. I remember looking at the video when I was editing it thinking, God, my eyeshadow came out really good that day. And I just love it. The only thing I don't like about this palette is there really isn't a brow bone or inner corner highlight. You need to go elsewhere for a highlight. But again, that's not an issue for me because I've got way too many anyway. So you just have to go elsewhere. But these shades just really, really pop. And especially if you have light eyes, blue, or green, this palette is really going to pop. So this is Wild Child. Again, I believe this one is still available, and I'm a huge fan. Okay, so number 4 is another 15 panner, and it is Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters. So this was the one from Halloween 2020. This one sold out. I did not get it back then. I got it when it was re-released in 2021 for Halloween. And I didn't get the other one. I just got this one. People raved about this one. And I have to admit, even though I love Disney, I've never seen Hocus Pocus. I don't know what to tell you. So I've never seen Hocus Pocus, but I love the tones, and it's a really great palette. It's just so versatile, so many tones. The shimmers are amazing, really great. I have no regrets, even though like I said, it is technically Disney. It's a Disney movie, but I have no connection to it, but it's a really great palette, really versatile. So if you like Halloween, you like this movie, definitely pick it up. And if you don't, it's still worth picking up. Now, number 3, when I first started thinking about this ranking, I thought this was going to be my number 1. However, it ended up as number 3, and it is Going Coconuts. So Going Coconuts, when it came out, I've recently gotten most of these palettes. I've gotten most of these palettes within the last 6 months. And this is one that I thought, I was going to be my number 1. It's a great palette. Like, it's very versatile. You've got light shades, you've got dark shades, these shimmers, they pop, you've got the inner corner highlight, the brow bone highlight, you got it all. And it just looks great. It's like kind of neutral, but a little bit more warmer tone. And this palette ended up on everybody's number 1. It really is great. But when I started breaking it down and thinking about the looks that I get, this one it ended up at number 3. I love it. It's great. This is one that when I go on vacation is probably one I'm going to be taking with me. I think it's versatile. I think you can wear it during the day. You can make it, for nighttime. It's just a really great palette. it just ended up at number 3 because I like 2 of them more, but really great. So again, this one I think is a staple. I think it's a really great palette to have in any collection. So this is my number 3, Going Coconuts. So number 2 was one that I really only got for the packaging for the theming and because it was on sale. So it was on sale at Ulta. I think they were clearing them out and I got it for $8 and then I had a coupon, so it was like 20%. So it was like $6.50. And it is the one from Mandalorian. So it is the Mandalorian palette. Now, I got it again for the theming. It has Baby Yoda right there. And I really didn't think I was going to like the colors. I love it. I love this palette. So when I talk about that's taupe, that when I'm looking for a cool tone and I'm reaching for a ColourPop palette, this is the one I reach for. This is the one I love. This shade, Clan of 2 in the middle, is I guess a duochrome. I love it. This mustard shade is even great. It's a really great, I have never thought about a mustard shade before, but it's really good. And then the Bantha Tracks, which is probably my favorite for a transition. And then it's just versatile. It's got everything. You can pair it with other palettes, complement it. I just think it's great. I am interested in the Darth Vader, but after watching Makeup for Fun, her reviews, she still liked this one more, and I kind of think it wasn't one that I needed, and I kind of looked at my collection, and I don't think I needed it, so that's why I decided to pass on it, because I just really like this one, and this one kind of gives me everything I like, or everything I need. But again, I got this one for all the wrong reasons because it was on sale and it was Star Wars, had Baby Yoda, and it's my number 2. So my number 1 and favorite ColourPop palette is Making Mauves. I can't believe, honestly, this was a huge surprise to me. So this is Making Mauves. And, I think when you look at it, I can't believe that I like this one as much as I do. But when I wear it, I love the way my eyes look. And I wore this in the video that I did for when I was filming the ice skating, when I did the ice skating video. And then as well as in the same video, I filmed doing the review of the Factor meals. And I got so many compliments, and then I've worn it a couple times. I think it's a great versatile palette. Now this is one that can definitely spice it up and make it more of a nighttime, but it's more, I think probably more of a daytime palette. Again, some of these shadows the shimmers are really good. They look great on the eye, but my eyes just pop. Now I guess this is more of a cool tone palette than the Blush Crush, or definitely more than the Peach. But I honestly, I did not expect this one to be my number 1. But when I started kind of going through and just kind of organizing them and thinking about and looking back at pictures and looking at videos, I was like, yeah, this is the one that every time I wear it, I love how my eye looks. And I think my eyes pop, and it just is very, very flattering. So I don't know if it's just my color tone, whatever it is, but Making Mauves is my number 1 ColourPop palette. So with that, I hope you enjoyed my ranking of all my ColourPop palettes. If you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.